Hello, friends. Throughout history, human curiosity has led to discoveries that not only advanced civilization, but also exposed a darker, often shocking side of human nature, proving that our species can be brilliant yet disturbingly insane at the same time. The story begins with the discovery of gunpowder in ancient China. What started as a search for immortality and alchemy became the foundation of weapons that reshaped warfare forever. Instead of eternal life, it granted humanity a new way to destroy itself on mass scales. Similarly, the splitting of the atom in the 20th century, one of the greatest scientific achievements, revealed both the potential of boundless energy and the nightmare of nuclear annihilation. The same brilliance that powered cities also reduced Hiroshima and Nagasaki to ash in seconds, showing how a single discovery could embody both creation and madness. Psychology has its own examples. The discovery of lobotomy as a treatment for mental illness became a craze in the early 20th century, with tens of thousands of people subjected to ice pick-like instruments pushed through their eye sockets, leaving many permanently damaged. Or reduced to vegetative states, it was celebrated at the time as a miracle cure. Similarly, the Tuskegee syphilis study in the US and Unit 731 in Japan's wartime experiments revealed a twisted pursuit of knowledge, where human suffering was inflicted deliberately, proving the extent of human cruelty masked as scientific advancement. Even technological milestones carry this dual edge. The internet, a discovery meant to connect minds, has created platforms for knowledge, but also for manipulation, addiction, and mass surveillance. Social media, in particular, is a mirror of collective insanity, where algorithms exploit human psychology for profit, fueling division, obsession, and misinformation at unprecedented levels. Artificial intelligence, while promising progress, raises existential questions. Humans are effectively designing the very entities that may replace them, a paradox bordering on suicidal brilliance. Medicine, too, reveals contradictions. While vaccines saved millions, other medical pursuits crossed ethical lines. Early surgeons experimented with amputations, transfusions, and even live dissections without anesthesia, believing the suffering was justified for discovery. The Industrial Revolution, driven by steam engines and mechanization, birthed modern society but also plunged workers, including children, into brutal factory conditions, polluting the environment for centuries to come. Archaeological and anthropological finds also show how insanity is embedded in culture. Ancient civilizations built wonders like the pyramids and Stonehenge but practiced human sacrifices in the name of gods, killing thousands to ensure rain, harvest, or victory. Cannibalism, both ritualistic and survival-driven, has been documented throughout human history, from Aztec rituals to shipwreck survivors, demonstrating how far humans can go when pushed by belief or desperation. Space exploration is another paradox. Landing on the moon is one of humanity's greatest achievements. Yet it stemmed not from a love of knowledge, but from the Cold War, a geopolitical contest of pride, where billions were spent while millions starved on Earth. The very drive to conquer space is insane in itself, a species destroying its own planet while rushing to find another to inhabit. The most chilling proof of humanity's insanity is perhaps in its recurring ability to weaponize every discovery. Fire, once a tool for survival, became a weapon for conquest. Chemistry, intended to understand matter, gave us deadly poisons and nerve gas. Biology, meant to heal, birthed bioweapons capable of mass death. Even religion and philosophy, meant to guide morality, have been twisted into justifications for war, torture, and oppression. Each discovery reflects the same contradiction. The human mind is capable of unimaginable brilliance, yet almost always bends that brilliance toward destruction, exploitation, or control. It is not the discoveries themselves that prove insanity. It is how humanity repeatedly chooses to use them, turning miracles into horrors, cures into curses, and knowledge into instruments of madness. The earliest insane leap came with the taming of fire. What started as warmth, cooking, and survival soon turned into a weapon for warfare, where villages and enemies were burned alive. Humans discovered not only how to sustain life, but also how to erase it in flames. From this moment on, every discovery would follow the same pattern: light and shadow, survival and slaughter. The invention of metalworking brought iron and bronze tools that revolutionized farming and architecture. But almost instantly, swords, spears, and armor became the true obsession. Whole empires rose and fell through blood forged in metal. The gift of agriculture, which could have fed entire populations, instead became a reason for endless wars over land. Insanity wasn't just in the discovery, but in the greed it unlocked. Fast forward to gunpowder in China around the 9th century. Originally intended for fireworks and alchemy, it didn't take long before cannons, muskets, and bombs reshaped the human battlefield. By the Middle Ages and Renaissance, Europe was engulfed in gunpowder-fueled wars that slaughtered millions. The dream of immortality had accidentally given mankind the ability to wipe itself out. The age of exploration in the 15th and 16th centuries brought navigation, cartography, and global trade routes. Yet behind the discoveries of new lands lay slavery, colonization, and genocide. The compass and the ship should have connected humanity. Instead, they spread disease, plunder, and destruction to entire civilizations. The Industrial Revolution. In the 18th and 19th centuries stands as another turning point. Steam engines, electricity, and machines promised prosperity. Instead, they enslaved children in mines, filled cities with choking smoke, and set the stage for world wars. Humanity discovered how to produce more than ever, but also how to pollute, exploit, and dehumanize on scales unseen before. The discovery of chemistry took the madness further. Fertilizers meant to feed the world became explosives in the hands of armies. Chlorine and mustard gas, developed in laboratories, poisoned soldiers in trenches during World War I. Scientists who sought to understand life's building blocks inadvertently gave humanity new ways to kill with unprecedented efficiency. Then came the most shocking, the splitting of the atom in 1938. A marvel of physics, it promised nearly limitless energy. But the first use was not for light, but for annihilation. The mushroom clouds over Hiroshima and Nagasaki proved beyond doubt that human insanity had outpaced its wisdom. Instead of saving the planet, nuclear weapons dangled humanity's survival on a fragile thread of mutually assured destruction. Biological and medical discoveries added to the horror. Theories of genetics, once a step toward understanding inheritance, became twisted into eugenics, justifying forced sterilizations and genocides. Medical experiments during wars treated human beings as disposable lab rats. The discovery of anesthesia and surgery saved lives, but was preceded by centuries of live dissections and unimaginable pain inflicted in the name of science. The digital age revealed a new layer of insanity. The internet, hailed as a global library, quickly turned into a breeding ground for propaganda, exploitation, and manipulation. Social media rewired the human brain, driving addiction, vanity, and polarization. A tool designed to connect humanity has in many ways divided it further, showing how quickly brilliance can become a weapon against the mind itself. And now, with artificial intelligence, humans face the most ironic insanity of all. Building. Machines that might replace them. The same species that destroyed its forests, poisoned its oceans, and destabilized its climate is now handing its decision-making to algorithms that learn faster than any human ever could. It is both the pinnacle of genius and the clearest sign of madness, a species engineering its own possible extinction. Every milestone proves the same pattern. Humans discover something extraordinary, then immediately weaponize, exploit, or twist it into something destructive. The insane part isn't just the brilliance itself. It's the refusal to learn from the past, the endless cycle of progress shadowed by devastation. Humanity is both creator and destroyer, the genius that invents miracles, and the madness that ensures they are almost always misused.